Yes.
Now we are. Okay. Okay.
It's been a long week, ain't got enough sleep, starting to feel a little crazy. I need a release, pour me a strong drink, ready to turn it up, baby. 'Cause after the work is done, Fridays are made for fun, hey, hey. And I ain't the only one who knows how to roll and get down. Where's my squad? Yeah, I know who to call on. Good feels could never do no wrong. And it doesn't matter where we go, that's just the way we flow. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Got my head dipped, flexing my new fit, feeling like I'm on a runway. I came and checked in, the spot is popping, and yeah, I really like this DJ. And after the setting sun, the nights are designed for fun, hey, hey. And I ain't the only one who's out on the floor getting down. Here's my squad rolling deep like a flash mob. Good feels could never do no wrong. And it doesn't matter where we go, that's just the way we flow. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Don't hate. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. If only for tonight, we're out enjoying life. You can like it and love us, join in if you wanna come. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Don't hate, celebrate, celebrate, the celebration life. Been a long week, ain't got enough sleep, starting to feel a little crazy. I need a release, pour me a strong drink, ready to turn it up, baby. 'Cause after the work is done, Fridays are made for fun, hey, hey. And I ain't the only one who knows how to roll and get down. Where's my squad? Yeah, I know who to call on. Good feels could never do no wrong. And it doesn't matter where we go, that's just the way we flow. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on our celebration. Got my head dipped, flexing my new fit, feeling like I'm on a runway. I came and checked in, the spot is popping, and yeah, I really like this DJ. And after the setting sun, the nights are designed for fun, hey, hey. And I ain't the only one who's out on the floor getting down. Here's my squad rolling deep like a flash mob. Good feels could never do no wrong. And it doesn't matter where we go, that's just the way we flow. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Don't hate. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. If only for tonight, we're out enjoying life. You can like it and love us, join in if you wanna come. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Don't hate, celebrate, celebrate the celebration life. It's been a long week, ain't got enough sleep, starting to feel a little crazy. I need a release, pour me a strong drink, ready to turn it up, baby. 'Cause after the work is done, Fridays are made for fun, hey, hey. And I ain't the only one who knows how to roll and get down. Where's my squad? Yeah, I know who to call on. Good feels could never do no wrong. And it doesn't matter where we go, that's just the way we flow. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Got my head dipped, that's in my new fit, feeling like I'm on a runway. I came and checked in, the spot is popping, and yeah, I really like this DJ. And after the setting sun, the nights are designed for fun, hey, hey. And I ain't the only one who's out on the floor getting down. Here's my squad rolling deep like a flash mob. Good feels could never do no wrong. And it doesn't matter where we go, that's just the way we flow. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Don't hate, celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. If only for tonight, we're out enjoying life. You can like it and love us, join in if you wanna come. Ain't no worrying, ain't no drama, we just over here having a good time. We bout this celebration life. Ain't no party like the one we started. Ain't no petty little shh gon' kill our vibe. We bout this celebration life. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Celebrate, celebrate, don't hate on celebration. Don't hate, celebrate, celebrate the celebration life.
Celebrate, celebrate.
Atlanta, Thrifting Divas. Woo!
Happy Friday. Let us know
Friday.
where you're tuning in from. Let us know where you're
Listen.
tuning in from.
Listen, my energy level is at this, so I'm going to have to learn how to bring it down.
Can you tell us, what did you do today? I mean, in this month of Women's History Month, we just finished Black History Month, which is every day, every month is Black History Month. But what did you do to celebrate?
Let's see. I woke up today. I was a lieutenant commander in the United States Navy JAG Corps.
Okay.
And then around 1:30 p.m., I became a commander to the United States Navy JAG Corps. I promoted today to the one of the senior leadership levels. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited. I'm like,
let's toast.
Thank you.
Let us toast to our head thrifting diva.
Thank you.
Now, let me get the correct verbiage. Commander Ayanna Peterson, JAG Corps, U.S. Navy. Let us celebrate this Black woman doing big things in 2020 WON 2021.
Cheers.
Okay. Our Black sister.
Thank you
while running a six-figure side business, managing a home, 2 beautiful kids, and a husband.
Oh my God.
If you can do all of this, just motivating and inspiring. Just motivating and inspiring. So let's cheer. Raise your glasses to be able to watch later. Yes. So let us, cheer her on. I'm so proud of my sister, my Trini sister. For this big accomplishment.
Yeah, only 2 African American females in the JAG Corps right now.
I forgot that
at that level.
Detail.
At that level.
One of two, Ayanna.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. And we know her. We know her, right? This is a big deal. So
it is. I'm truly, thank you. I'm humbled. I worked hard, like really hard. But I'm really excited, and it's amazing. And as you said, a lot of you ladies out there are doing a lot of amazing things. Some of you guys have a whole career, and then you're starting up being an entrepreneur at the same time. So I understand there are times when you're like, woo, this is a lot. But the days like this where I am just like, I can't believe it. I'm still like, I'm still in that euphoria of, oh my God, this hard work really does pay off. I'm still in that euphoria. So give it to me. I'm a little tipsy tonight because I've been drinking. Yes, I've been drinking.
She been drinking. But we're still sane. We're able to do our presentation, but this calls for a big congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
One of 2 Black women. Women's History Month. You have made Women's History Month.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely grateful. But let's jump in tonight to make some other Black History Month leaders by giving them this knowledge that we're about to drop. So,
hey everybody,
listen what I need from y'all. We started on time-ish. It's 8:34. Yeah. I know folks are going to come in at 9 o'clock asking questions that we already covered. What we need for those who started on time is to point them into the comment section and be like, we covered that. It's in the comment section. Rewatch the video. Yes, the videos are always saved. So you can find these videos in Thrifting Atlanta and Thrifting Divas group. You can go on our pages and you can find it. but we're going to give you a little tip on how to find stuff, because I think some people don't understand the differences right now with pages and groups. So we're going to have to talk a little bit about that. Tonight, we are talking about, so you booked a live. You got that booking down, and we applaud you for making that step. And so now, what exactly do you do to bring in the coins? What do you do to make sure you are seen as a reputable business? What do you do to make sure your strategy plan is working? Do you have a strategy?
What is your strategy?
What is your strategy? Do you have a strategy plan?
Question in the comments. Why did you book a live? Tell us why. Tell us why.
Robin's saying no more champagne.
Tell us why you booked that live. Is it to pay off some bills? Is it you want to start a business? Are you cleaning out your closet?
Yeah, let's get in there. Why did you book the live? And it doesn't matter what the platform is, right? We don't care about the platform, because all the information we're about to give tonight could be applied to my platform, Corinne's platform, any other Discount Divas. I know a lot of people are on there. You know, there's Reckless Boutique. There's so many platforms out there, right? So all this information we're giving for free will be used on any platform, because what we want to do is to make you better. So she says, I booked a live to clean out my closet, exposure for my business. Booyah! To purge. I need my book to clean out my closet and make some coins. That's right, Robin. To increase my customer base beyond my small rural community. Geneva, keeping it absolutely real. To take the steps towards building my resale boutique business. Beautiful, Latasha. To get my business that's been rusty, oiled up, and no. Alonda, go to the back of the classroom. Back of the classroom. Okay. So, to get my business. What else we have out there? Starting my business. Tanika, that's a great way of doing it. Starting my business and wanted a store. Tina Phillips, that's a beautiful reason to start thinking about how to use the lives to be able to push for that success. I booked to expose my business, get serious about networking to bring in the coin. I love it. I love it. To fulfill my dream of opening a thrift shop. Beautiful. Tara, I would love to visit your thrift shop. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay. A shoe store.
And then lastly, Tamika says, I love what I do. I want to share with my thrifting queens exposure for my business, cleaning the closet and then make some coins. All excellent responses. Okay. So now that you have an idea of why, I think what we are seeing, and Corinne we'll walk through this, is we're seeing that your why is not adding up to your how. Okay, let me explain that again. Your why of what you're doing may not be in conjunction with how you're going about doing some of the things that you might be doing. So get your pen and paper out. This is we're taking you to class tonight. So get that pen and paper out, and let's start taking some notes, ask some great questions. We are giving up the knowledge for free tonight. Now, let me explain a couple things. It's 8:39. We can't be on here all night. Okay, we just can't. I'm already tipsy, so we just cannot be on here all night. But we're going to give as much as we can. If you are not already part of the Black Woman in Resale organization, where this information comes free-flowing in various ways, then you should be thinking about, I know that I don't know a lot. I know for those who are saying, I want a business that this information is not going to be enough for me to walk out of here tomorrow and know like, oh, I got all the information. Let's begin. Because there are certain foundations that some of you guys are just completely missing. Just keeping it real. There are certain foundations that you are trying to get to this level without trying to figure out the middle. And that's okay to have that goal. But what's not okay is to skip the process. Can we write that in the process? Can we write that somewhere in the comments? You cannot go here without figuring out the process. I'm sorry. Like we are just, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work if you don't figure out the process and you want to just be jumping out at the top. Okay? So if you want to figure out the process, we are there. We're helping you. We want to get there because what is beautiful about this community is seeing the entrepreneurial spirit that is just abound and just so in your face that it's like, where were all you women before?
I know, like all this talent. I feel they were like in our groups, just they were waiting for this moment. I mean,
exactly.
Things happen for a reason. For example, Victoria. I met Victoria about, I think 3 years ago. She came on a thrift tour that I did in Atlanta when I was doing it with Airbnb. And she was on my thrift tour. We went to like 3 different stores. I was showing them around. Fast forward 2020. And yeah, 2020, 2021, we meet again in the group.
Amazing.
And she's now, you know, not just a buyer of thrift fashion. She now has her own business, her own resale business, Vintage by V.
Beautiful.
And it's just so crazy how we met and we just circled back around.
Exactly.
Again, over the bond of the love of thrifting. It's a powerful, powerful thing.
And I think what you guys identified, I think Arne is saying is show us to reach our why. It's so important if you understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a strategy laid out, you are literally throwing yourself into just throwing things at the wall and determining whether it sticks. And so that is where a lot of people kind of, you know, can just figure out, all right, if I tweak a couple of these things, I can get better results. And so let's talk about when you book a live, Karen, what should you be doing next? You've gone in and you figured out this is the platform. But before we get to booking the live, I want to talk a little bit about when you select the platform.
Expectations.
What is the expectation you're having? Because if you have a realistic expectation of what you will get, then whatever you do will feel as though you have manifested that.
Yeah.
But before you do the booking, and now let me explain and take this exactly how I'm saying it. This is not about telling you which platform to book. I don't care where you book. I really don't. Wherever it is that you are going to reap the benefits, it's where you should book. What I am telling you now is that know why you are using that particular platform. So if you say, for example, I want to sell some items because I want to make this money. I'm going to then look at these various platforms to determine if that can happen. That is what you should be doing. Or I want exposure. This live is about exposure. I want more and more people, as someone said, to know about my business outside of my rural area. So in this platform, I am going to be using this platform for exposure. Or I want to be able to collaborate with other and additional members. So this platform is a great platform for me to be able to put my name out there and then draw a collaboration with those members in there or other sellers. But what you need to do first and foremost is to figure out your why. You cannot just keep jumping into things and expecting it to work out if you didn't know what's the strategy, what's the reason I'm doing this. Because what a lot of people are doing is that they get upset when they don't get the benefits that they were hoping to get. But hey, when I go back and ask you, well, what did you want? Well, I don't know. Well, how could you be mad at the platform? If you don't know why you went on the platform, why are you mad at them? They didn't do anything to you. What you did was do what most small business owners who are in that process of trying to figure out themselves was to act first, strategize second. And it's always the other way around. It's strategy first, and then a tactical action after. Strategy first, what do I want to gain? What's the mission? Why do I need to do this? And then the how is second, never first. Okay? So as we talk about your different platforms that you're going to use, keep that in the back of your head. And then we can figure out, okay, here, once you know the why and the how, then you can say, now that I know why I'm on this platform, let's talk about before, during, and after the live. Karen, you want to start us off?
I always like to think when we do the before the live, what is your sales goal?
Are they making a sales goal?
If you are, let us know before you start your live, before you even, get ready. Do you have a sales goal? Let us know in the comments.
And when we say sales goal, I'm going to be real specific with you ladies. I'm talking about, is it written down? Not in your head. I want to make about $500.
Written down.
Written down and strategic, and as to the and what you are going to do to get to that number. How many of you guys are to that level of strategy planning that you are saying, I want this goal, and then this is how I'm going to make it? So Tara says, yes, 100 a day. Okay, I always set a sales goal. It's in a spreadsheet. Beautiful, Latasha. Ashley, these are people we know, as some of them are in our Level Up Academy, so they know how important these things are. Asnita, I strategize. Absolutely make it. Working on it, Demetria said. Beautiful. I have a goal and pray over it. Thank God for me reaching it. Markeisha, okay. Markeisha, I'm going to call you out a little more on that one. When you say you have a goal, how are you setting the goal? And so
perfect. This one has it. Based on the number of pieces I present with my inventory sheet, I base my goal on that.
Arne, beautiful.
You hit it on the nail. You should have a spreadsheet with your inventory that you are showing for that particular show. And you should know the price point of the pieces, which ones you should show first, which ones should, show in the middle, at the end. And you should know how many needs to be claimed.
Right. So Markeisha says, I don't write it down though. So then Markeisha, I'm going to challenge you here and say that what's a goal without a plan is a wish.
A dream.
Okay. A goal without a plan is a wish. So if you're not writing it down, then I would say that you probably don't have it specifically prioritized as a plan as to how you're going to get there. And therefore, what you have is, I wish that I will be able to sell this amount and make this amount on the live. Okay? Victoria says, I do before every show when I'm choosing pieces, I make them with my inventory sheet. Perfect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this can be done whether you're doing, manual invoices, or if you're using one of the automated processes. You should know at the end of the live, I have made this amount. It should not be a surprise. So definitely make sure that you're doing that, ladies. Make sure you are curating, your inventory for each show that you do. You should not just have a rack of stuff. Okay.
And I mean, and it's going to be overwhelming for you. Like, we're trying to show you ways that takes away the overwhelming. And somebody used the word giddy in here somewhere in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
We want to take away the overwhelming and create that giddy moment that when you see those coins coming in and PayPal, you're like,
she likes reply because she can see the amount.
Goal met, because that is probably one of the most uplifting experience as an entrepreneur, that you set a goal, you met the goal. Like, and if you didn't meet the goal, you know how far away you were from the goal, so that your next strategy is going to be taking that information and figuring out, well, what did I do here that I can tweak for here, and understand how to make that goal. But remember, going back, you have to be thinking about the platform that you're using, right? You have to be thinking like, listen, if I'm on a certain platform where the average I'm going to make is $200, $400, then my goal shouldn't be $1,200, because that's just unrealistic for you and for the platform. That's fine. It's okay to have a small goal, but make it realistic. And as I always say, make it a SMART goal: specific, measurable, attainable, relative, and time-bound. So if you are able to do those things, your expectation, what you are setting up your strategy for, will make a whole lot of sense and less heartache when you don't meet your goal.
Okay. I think the next important thing, after you have your inventory, you know what you're going to make, making sure you have the right tools. To decide to sell it, or wait at least 30 minutes to maximize your audience.
I would say, Tavia, you're making, because you haven't figured out your I would say that this is not necessarily the best way to do it, because you haven't figured out the audience and the platform beforehand.
Curate items, have to decide with hot pieces, or wait at least 50 minutes to maximize your audience.
You should know the audience before you get in there. You should know the platform.
And that's the other thing too, before we continue, a great marketing strategy, because a lot of people don't do this. If you're booking a live with a platform and you're not that engaged in the community, you should, at least the week before, make them know who you are. And that doesn't mean coming into the community and blatantly promoting yourself. What it means is coming into that community, making a post showing that you're an expert, right? Maybe just posting a picture of you in one of your fabulous outfits. Okay? Commenting on a post, liking some posts, letting that community know who you are. So that way, when you promote your live, they already know who you are, versus you've never been a part of the community. They don't know who you are. And all they see is that first promo post that you're going live. I've had ladies that weren't even a member of the group. I'm like, go ahead and post the promo in the group. I'm not in the group. What group? That's not good. That's not good.
The thing about it too, Karen, is that people buy from people. People develop relationships with people, right? And regardless of how amazing your business is, people are buying from you. They are attracted to your personality. They're attracted to what you offer to them, the value you bring to them. And I have had the same thing. I could tell immediately when people put their posts in, the promos in the group, and there's one comment up, and I'm like, because they're like, they don't know you. And why? You can't blame them, because every single one of us, if something, I was telling you about the story the other day. It's something like similar to the barbershop, or for me, it's the barbershop, because I only go to the barbershop. But I go on every 2 weeks to the Saturdays, and randomos, I call them, will just come in. You want to buy a purse? You want to, hey, ma'am, you want to buy this? And I'm like,
who are you, sir?
Who are you? I mean, that looks cute, but who are you?
Yeah. Remember, they will buy from you because they have seen you. They like your style. You're credible. You're authentic. You're engaging with the community.
Right.
So make it a point to engage with that community. I mean, you should be engaging with all of the communities, but especially the one that you plan on selling to. Get to know the audience. That's where you could do a lot of your research. You can see what they're posting. You can see the questions they're asking, and that could help you to curate your inventory.
I want to answer this question. Robin says, how soon before your live should I promo a post? So I'm going to give you two answers to that. The technical answer and the, hey, let's think about the business answer. Promos are one thing, right? Promos are just the ability for members in a group to know when you're going live. Every platform is going to probably put out some type of promotion that, hey, you're going to go on this date and this time. That's the technical answer. Normally, you need to talk to the admin of that platform to determine what their policies are. On Thrifting Divas, it's about 24 hours because you don't want to get lost in the shuffle. However, you can promote yourself without promoting yourself.
And that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Promote yourself without promoting yourself. And how you do that is what Karen just mentioned. If I come into a group that I know I'm going to be going on Saturday, trust and believe on Sunday of the week before, I will literally drop a post about an amazing, beautiful item I thrifted. I don't need to put my business. I don't need to put my business. I don't need to tag myself. I don't need to do anything and ask members to come follow me. All I'm doing is pushing out value. Mm-hmm. Because then what most members do is like, ooh, who's that?
Who is that?
This is cute.
Where did you get that from?
This is great. So, okay, Robin puts it out Sunday. By Tuesday, I will put something out again, having nothing to do with I have a live coming up, because my live is not till Saturday. I don't need to kill them with that yet. Tuesday, I put out something, ask a question in the group. Ladies, what's your favorite blah, blah, blah? Or what's the spring trend? Okay, people start questioning. Okay, Robin, who's this? She's new, blah, blah, blah. Thursday, maybe put out something. Friday now, Robin has a sale coming up. She's the one who's been giving us all this amazing value this week. I'm going to need to check this out because Robin is, she's bringing the heat.
Yep. Look at all these things she's been talking about.
Exactly. And I have not promoted Robin. All I've promoted is the value. Okay? Because even in our groups where we know people are selling, it's still a matter of relationship building.
Yep.
It's still a matter of saying that I am an expert. I have amazing pieces. I have things that you're going to like. I know what you want. I know what I can bring and deliver to you. But I don't need to, jump into the Facebook group literally the day of that I'm going live. Like, they're not even posting their own flyer. Most members they don't even post their own flyers, and they are able to do that. And most platforms, I'm sure, give you the opportunity to post your own flyer. You rely on the admins, but this is also your opportunity. And as I said, I think the best way to do it is to promote without promoting.
Absolutely. Do it organically. Your audience will find you. As I always say, everybody has their crew. Everybody has their audience. Everybody has that team that connects with them, the way they talk, what they post, the things they say. So just do that. It will really get you that, that extra boost that you need for your sale, because they'll feel comfortable and make time to come to your sale. You don't want to be that new person. Who is this?
Why would I take time out of, I don't know, you're not a known quantity, so why would I give you that opportunity just because you're on Thrifting Divas? And
I think that's what some people just automatically
bank on.
Yeah, they automatically think that. But you also have to promote yourself, and you can do that within your community as well. Take that opportunity when you're able to promote in the group that you are promoting your business. Promote your group, promote your page. I see so many times when people post that promo and in the caption, all it says is, join me for my live tonight. You haven't told me the time. You haven't told me the date. You haven't told me the sizes. You haven't told me the price point. It's almost like, just come. You haven't encouraged me. You haven't teased me to make me come. So utilize that opportunity. A lot of you said you book a live because one of the things is you want to build your business. So provide that information to help you to build your business. So make sure you're doing that when you do your promo post. Don't just rely on the flyer, because I get that too. Oh, the information is in the flyer. People don't read. You have to catch them on every touch point. Catch them in the flyer. Put that information in the flyer. Put that information again in the caption.
I mean,
so you're hitting it in both elements.
How many of them are making an event in their own platform to talk about, what you guys probably have fallen back on is like, okay, the large platforms will do the promotion. And so they will. Absolutely. We will absolutely promote out, and we have a little bit of an advantage. But just remember, if you are building a business, every single person in Thrifting Divas is not, and I'm going to repeat this, is not your ideal client. That's, you are using the Thrifting Divas market to determine which of those individuals should be part of your community. And if you're not thinking about that, then you're missing an opportunity to be able to grow your own market. And when I say that, I mean this. There's close to 80,000 members in Thrifting Divas. That doesn't mean every one of those individuals need to be part of your community. I'm going to let that sink in, because I know people are thinking the numbers. You want people who are going to be loyal and come back to your community, that when, if we have a live at the same time, they are so loyal to you, they don't come to Thrifting Divas.
Say it again. Say that again.
You want to make sure that the target market that you're grabbing for your own community is well defined and well researched, that you know exactly who you want in your community. And every woman that wears a dress is not not considered a target audience. Okay? So when we talk about niching down and making sure you have a target audience, it's to know what type of woman do you want in here? What age group? What age range? What type of job does she have? What type of, clothing does she wear? What type of things does she like to do? That's how far down, if you're starting a business, that you need to be thinking. Not every woman that wears a dress needs to be in your community. You come to the Thrifting Divas and Thrifting Atlanta platform to almost kind of survey the forest and then pick the trees and say, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. I can keep this one here. Because not everyone needs to be. And that is why it is so important for you to know there's enough for all of us to eat. Because we're all not looking for the same target audience. Exactly. Does that make sense? If that doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments and I will truly explain this. Because once you get this, you are fire. You are amazing. You will understand true business. You will understand exactly what you need to do when you book a live. Because what many of you guys are doing is leaving everything to the platform owner, and it doesn't have to be us. I'm talking about all platforms.
Yeah, any platform.
Leaving all the work for the platform owner, but you're not taking that responsibility as the business owner to strategize to determine what exactly you want from this live.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to come off my soapbox.
This is the best part. I got my life with this teaching, changed my whole life. Kendra, you said it. When you're able to define your audience, your tribe, your community, winning, hashtag winning. And again, I always like to reiterate for those of you that, have just joined our communities. When we started our communities, it was not about selling. We truly built a community of women who loved thrifting, who loved fashion, who wants to save a buck, who wants to show their style. So that is why, we're able to build such a large community. What you guys can do, you can, of course, do that same thing. But what we are trying to tell you, it's always best to have that niche group that is there for you, the ones that will show up for you. Like Ayana said, if someone is having a live on Thrifting Divas and you're having a live on your page, your community is going to show up for you. They trust you. You're credible. You're authentic. You show up for them. You're a great leader. So they're going to be there for you. So definitely take advantage of the opportunity. We're speaking for our platforms. Make sure you check with the other platforms that you have lives on. But on our platforms, once you've paid and booked a live, your promo is a promo. You want to promote you, your business, your website, your Facebook page, your Instagram page, whatever you have. We want you to utilize that when it's time to promote your sale. When you get to your live, use that opportunity. Women have taken time out of their busy schedules. I know it's virtual, but still, they've taken time to come to your live. Use that opportunity to let them know about you. We see too many lives where people come on and they don't even tell them their name. First of all, some are late coming onto the live because they have not properly planned for their event. So sometimes they're running late, which is not a good first impression.
But correct, to stop you there.
Yes.
To be late because of technology is inexcusable at this point, because these are things you should be doing before. Unless, for example, the only excuses are, my internet goes out exactly when I have to go live, right? But you should know where you're going. Mm-hmm. Going live and going into the wrong group. Yeah. Going on to the wrong, not knowing how to use your loyal shops or your reply sold at the moment that you're going live. Think about this as if you own a brick and mortar and you say you open at 9 a.m. You open at 9 o'clock and at 9:15 you're looking for parking.
That's how. Yeah.
Just think about it like this. Don't let the fact that we're virtual bring down and degrade the type of customer service you would have done had you been a brick and mortar. Because when you are virtual, people tend to think back like, oh, well, my manners don't have to be the same. It has to be better.
The same.
It has to be better. You have to be accommodating to people who are literally, because research shows we have 8 seconds to grab your attention. 8 seconds. We could be scrolling. We stop. You know what's the worst thing? You know why a lot of people lose people in the beginning? When people are scrolling, especially on a platform where you have that 15 minutes and there's no one in front of the camera for 15 minutes. I get it. You have a lot to do of admin. Talk. Even if you're in the background that they can hear that there's something happening. But the first 8 seconds, if people are scrolling and there's no one actually in the camera when the live has begun, people will move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love seeing when women have their, they'll have their laptop. They're in the camera and they will say, hey, or their iPad. Hey, ladies, thank you for joining. Just taking care of a few household duties, housekeeping, just trying to share. And they're still engaging with their community.
Right. A smile, a voice, and presence.
You have to be.
You know what won't keep them? This.
Where did she go? Is she coming back?
Because you're saying where did she go, but the person who came in the second later didn't even see me go.
Exactly. Points.
Okay, so think about those things, and we see. I mean, I see a lot of that. Too many where I'm just like, I can't jump into the camera for you and be like, well, you know, I can't do that. So,
and everybody should have a test run group or a test run page where you can, before you're live, log into that group or go to that page just so you can do all that testing out. Make sure the light is good, your angles are good, your rack is good, it's at a good distance. So when you go live on the page, flawless, because you've already done that practice run. So if you don't have that secret group, it could just be you and a friend that are in that group, but that is what that group is for. It is for you to test your technology before you go live. You have to do that. You cannot wait until, you know, a few minutes before the live. How many times do we get a message, a call, you know, inbox? Oh, I don't know how to do this. This is my, and always, this is my first time. If it's your first time, you should be making sure you cross the T's, dot your I's, that you know exactly what you have to do. You have to do that. You have to take it upon yourself. Engage
the community. Think of it as an eye-to-eye conversation and an important presentation that will make or break your business. Workings out. Make or break your business happens in the first 8 seconds. Just letting you guys know that. If you don't take anything else off from here, it happens in seconds. It's not a 60-minute it's not a 60-minute affair. It's seconds. So if you want to get a new customer, a new client, then you need to be figuring out in those first 15 minutes where I'm not doing anything but being able to present. What are you presenting? Can we talk a little bit about that presentation, Karen?
I was going to say, making sure just the whole, like your stage, especially, and I don't want to call out anybody, but if your business name has a certain type of expectation because of the name, maybe some of the words that you use, when you come on live, you're from head to toe, your background, everything should reflect that business.
It's called branding.
We see too many times where it's like this really like very posh name, and then they come on and it's like,
not posh.
Did you just come from the gym? Did you just run in from the grocery store?
Or they do tell you that I'm running late.
Did you just wake up? And it is not a good look. It is not a good look. Even though you're doing this from home or from your business, think about it like if, and I think Ayana mentioned this earlier, if you had a brick and mortar, would you show up to your boutique dressed a certain kind of way without any care in the world? We have seen it too much.
Not boutique-ish.
Yeah. So make sure, you know, your look, your background. We don't want to see your ceiling. A lot of times when people have the adjusting of their stage, I call it a stage, we're seeing the ceiling, we're seeing that ceiling fan. No. If you are doing this as a business, you need to invest in the tools of the trade. Okay? You need to invest in a ring light with a holder for your phone. You should not be relying on the ceiling fan. We see that too often. It does not make for a great shopping experience. You can't see the clothes. We can't see you. Okay? Make sure that we can see your full length of your items.
And this is why you do test runs, because you have a girlfriend on the other end, like, girl, I'm doing a test run. Oh, we have a troll in here. Oh, okay. Apparently, but we don't.
Well, okay, I think I see him, Jamie James.
Yes, you can. Can you block him?
Yes,
but Miss Retta, you can too. I think because you're an admin. But
he was blocked.
Okay.
I think. Wait, let me delete.
The test runs allow you to be able to do all of those. You don't want your customers telling you back up and
oh my God,
we can't see you. Come closer. We can't hear you. Those things do not make for a great shopping experience. And remember, I'm going to keep saying this, 8 seconds. 8 seconds for a customer to leave you. And those are the things that they're looking for. Lighting. That's clear. That is, I mean, lighting is just paramount to what you're doing. That is your tool of your business. If I was, you know, if I fix computers, some of my tools might be a computer. You are a reseller doing live. Your tool is, some of the tools are, you need to have good lighting. And they are very inexpensive. If you go on Amazon, check them out on Amazon for different prices. Tripod ring and lighting was my best investment. Exactly. What if you're working on your background? My background is a little corner in my apartment, in my room, and my walk-in closet is my racks, and it holds all my inventory. Windsor, that is a great, you know.
That's fine. Just make it appealing to your audience. You shouldn't have. We've just seen it all, and some people look like they're in their storage, in the storage units, where they have like their, you know, their old. It's too much. It's too much. It should be clutter free. That background should be clutter free. Okay. Also, and this is a pet peeve of mine, is seeing pets roaming around during a live. Because if I see it's roaming around, I'm thinking it's roaming around the clothes. So please keep those cute animals away. And that's just my pet peeve. I don't own a pet, so maybe that's because of that. But I think for your customers, you want them to feel as though they're getting, you know, really good quality, clean pieces. So keep those things away.
So we're going to keep going. I need to know that you guys are hearing me about 8 seconds. Hashtag in the comments, please, 8 seconds. Because that is exactly, if we can get anything to you, you have 8 seconds to grab and keep your customer. You have 8 seconds to determine if they're going to come to you. You have 8 seconds to determine if you're going to sell an item. And you have 8 seconds to determine if you're going to now have a loyal shopper who wants to be around you the next time around. 8 seconds. Research, you can research it yourself. I'm not making this number up. It's 8 seconds when it comes to the virtual world. Okay? So what you want to do is make sure you maximize those opportunities on whatever platform you decide to pay to go onto. Okay. So now we've talked about that pre. We're talking about during. Go ahead.
One thing, and I have to give kudos to Kendra. I love the way Kendra uses her 15 minutes beforehand.
Oh,
each person that logs in, as she see their name, she is calling each name, making you feel like it's just you and her. Hey, Corinne, girl, how are you? How is Atlanta? You know, hey, Cheryl, girl, it's so good to see you tonight. Thank you for coming. And she just does such an amazing job doing that. And ladies, that is one way to get your audience to feel comfortable, to feel excited that you have actually taken the time to welcome them to your boutique shopping experience. Take that time, that first 15 minutes, to welcome them, because they could be anywhere. As you all know, there are lives going on every day, every hour, right? So they took the time to come to your live. Take that moment to, you know, to give them that due respect, that they're there.
You know why Kendra is able to do that? Because that takes engagement at that moment, right, Corinne? but that's because she's prepared. And Kendra is an amazing alum of Level Up Academy. Thank you, Kendra. But
it's Kendra know all these people. I mean, she knew everything about
right. But she is engaged. Those are her people. Those are her. That's her crew.
That is her crew.
Right? And think about it. When someone calls your name, it's the same thing like in marketing. If I send you something with your name on it in the subject line, you stop. You don't move until you kind of figure out and assess whether this is a good or bad thing. And when Kendra is doing this, it's a simple marketing philosophy that when people feel as though they are the only one important, they will stay and stick around. So those 8 seconds now, Kendra has used the name in 1 second and have kept me there like, well, I was going to go and do something else, but Kendra
called me. She called me.
She called me out. She called me out. So let me stick around.
She called on me again, right?
Right. That is, that is an important, that's an important thing. Francisca, you say you might make mistakes in calling people's name. It's okay. It's okay to call their name wrong and explain, you can try you can say up front, hey, Ayana, I think I'm calling the name right. Francesca Nemezi, I apologize if I'm calling your name wrong, but please, I'm so happy you're here. That's it. No one is going to come down on you. These platforms, these community are very forgiving for things like that. But as Tanya is saying, preparation is key, because that time that you're using to be able to get that 8 seconds of engagement, you're not using to finish, put together whatever it is on the side that you're working on. You're not using that for this thing. Here's another thing, and I don't know if Karen was going to talk about that. Those 15 minutes.
Wait. Look at this one. I've been on platforms that way I can only log 5 minutes.
Right. So Shayla, so that's exactly what I was about to talk about.
Okay.
So here's a couple things. Shayla, I'm going to give you, you have 5 minutes. That's still seconds built in. Okay. 5 minutes is still a lot of time. I'm just going to, I'm not bashing any platform for doing it that way. You still have time, because what did we say? Type it in, comments, hashtag 8 seconds to grab that customer.
Yep.
If you have 5 minutes, then you need to know what that strategy is.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that and why did you book this live tonight? Because that information got to come out in 5 minutes. And you have to be as tight and locked on to that in those 5 minutes. There is no time to sign up late. There's no time to come in and try to figure out your ring light. There's no time to figure out, hey guys, can you hear me? And then wait that extra 10 seconds, because there's always a lag. There's a 10-second lag in the time that you put out a feed onto your live into what the customer is going to hear on the other side. So you don't have time for all of that. You have time to get in and be like, hi guys, this is Shayla, and you are coming in at the right time, right place. Drop that email in there. Let's go. Drop register. Here we go. I'm Shayla. You need to blah, blah, blah. But here, let me back up a second. Why did you pick that platform? Did you know they have 5 minutes? And if you don't know if you can get through the things that you need in that 5 minutes, why are you on that platform?
Mm-hmm.
That is just all you need to figure out. Remember, we go back to the beginning of this live that we said. When you book a live, know the strategy. If I'm booking a live where all I need to do in that is I'm building my community, I would like 40 people to join over in my new community, and then the live says only have 5 minutes, then that 5 minutes is talking about my community. That 5 minutes is about, hey guys, this is Ayana Peterson. I am a member of Thrifting Divas, and let me tell you, you are missing out if you are not on Thrifting Divas. Thrifting Divas, we do this, we do this. We have unbox battles. We talk about this. And let me tell you, we are so supportive. Come join us. You know what? In the link right now, you're going to see the link for Thrifting Divas. Click on it. Click on it and join right now, because you do not want to miss another day of not being in that group. I will use the next 5 minutes, Shayla, to be able to bring people to that group, because that's what I'm talking about. Let's say that wasn't the strategy. The strategy is to sell a certain amount of clothes, and this is the audience. This is my right audience. That I am talking about what they're about to see, because you have 8 seconds to tell them in the next 60 minutes they don't want to leave this live because they're going to miss the best items, the next all-white party items they need, the next Fashion Nova pieces that you have, the next vintage pieces that you found that nobody else has, the next sequence, the next animal prints, the best shoes. You need to know why you're on that platform.
And another thing too, and Tavia just brought it out. Make sure throughout your live that you are checking to see, kind of reset the room, like they say on Clubhouse. Reset the room, because people are joining your live at different times that you're on. They may join in right in the middle when you're on your live stream. So take that time to welcome people in, to give them the, the rules, tell them about how to comment, your shipping, your pricing. You have to be able to multitask to make them feel comfortable that they have joined your live. And also save a few minutes before the live ends to thank them for coming to your live, to reiterate some of your rules, to let them know how to pay, when to pay, how to contact you. Especially for those of you that have, I'll say, the club name as your Facebook. You don't have your real name as your Facebook. You need to tell them how they can contact you. Because we hear that. I don't want to bring up the topic because we have talked about it so much, but the ghosting. Oh, I've been ghosted. Did you provide your customer a way to contact you? Did you provide that contact information in your invoices? Are your invoices correct? Right? So you want to make sure that you're using that time you're on the platform, whether it's at the beginning, the middle, or the end. When that customer is finished, when that live is finished, they should know your name, how to contact you, where to find you in your group, on your Facebook page, or wherever. You have to make sure that you provide them with that vital information.
And you have to do that often in a 60-minute live. You have to put a note on the top. Maybe you put a note on yourself that reminds you, like, hey, get that introduction back in there. It takes about 8 seconds. 8 seconds to introduce yourself again and give them all that information, because that's the information that's keeping them. I have a few things in the comments that I want to address. Okay. And Skirk, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but Ms. Johnson, I will come back to this because you are hitting the nail on the head. But let me go to this question. What if we aren't allowed to promote the page or group? And I think we had someone spot on answer. Kendra did the answer for us. If you can't promote your page or group, that might not be the platform for you. If you're promoting your page or group,
you pay for a spot and you can't.
Right.
So all you can do is sell on that page. You can't promote. Yeah.
So
yeah.
then
This is marketing. It's not just these lives. You should not just look at it as a way to make money. That's all I'm doing is making money. No, this should be a way for you to market, to acquire customers. It comes out of your marketing budget. Everyone should have a marketing budget. So you know how much you're going to spend to acquire your customers. So Kendra, I think you hit it on the nail. If you use that group, know what you're going to use it for.
Right. I mean, if you are only going in to sell, maybe you have a sale that you need to clear invoice. You need to clear some inventory and you're like, well, I'm not going to be able to promote and market. Then that's fine. That is the reason for that sale. But know why you're picking the platform at that given time. It's fine. Sometimes you may not need to be promoting. Maybe you just want to clear invoice. Spring is coming. You got a bunch of sweaters that you need to go. They all need to be $5 and you just want to get rid of them. Then you're like, okay, fine. I will use your platform for this reason and this reason only. But you have to know the why first. We are jumping into the how without figuring out the why. And then you try to figure out how I can back it up and make it make sense. It won't make sense that way. You have to figure out your why, what's the problem that we're trying to solve, and then how do we solve this? Okay?
Okay, so we've done before, we've gotten into the during, be on time, lights, camera, make it personal. We talked about appearance.
Wait, and then one going back to Anna's circ about the energy.
The energy, oh God. Oh,
okay.
Diana's pet peeve.
Listen, not everybody, it's true, not everybody is like, I mean, I would say I started out, I was born an extrovert and I've become an introvert. I believe I have become an introvert. But when I get on a live, I can't come to you like, if I were to start this thing out, let's go through like this. Hey guys, so, you know, when you go onto your, you know, the various platforms, you want to make sure that you have all the things that you want. There's 8 seconds to sell to the customer. And when you get there, you want to make sure you have everything in order. You want to be able to sell the items. And so when you do that, you are able to you will be able to sell your items on any platform, of course, but make sure that I bored me. I forgot what I was about to say. I'm joking. But listen, you don't have to be Arsenio Hall. Remember Arsenio Hall? He come out and it's like, okay, calm down. Like relax, calm down. You come with your own energy. But if your energy is that of one that we go to a library and we are good, then you might have to think that, is this the right way for you to go through a live? Because energy, you need more energy on this. You're looking at a camera. So whatever they're finding on the other's end has to be coming through at a whole different level. Okay? Remember, you have to keep their attention. You have to be able to Quavatis, thank you.
More than just the clothes. But wait, Quavatis, if it's sequence, I'm there.
No, I don't think so. Because you may not wait unless they have 100 pieces of sequins, you're not. Let's be real. The minute they remove the sequin piece, you're like, oh,
I'm done. I'm like,
okay.
Oh, where's the sequence?
So what you need to do is practice this. Literally get in front of your own mirror. And even beyond a mirror, get on a live where it's just you.
Yeah.
Remember what Karen said. You can practice these things. Get on a live, practice, and replay it for the first 5 minutes. If you cannot wait till the end of that 5 minutes, what do you think they're doing for 60 minutes? Okay? If you, it takes more energy. Like when you're finished a live, you should feel tired. Stephanie is in here. Stephanie was in here somewhere. Stephanie, can you let me know this? Because when Stephanie finishes a live, I can feel like Stephanie is going to need to take a drink.
It's a show. It is. You should think of it as a stage. You're putting on a show. Of course, being yourself. But you need to have some type of energy. You cannot just come on very dry and boring. People will leave.
You have to. Here's an easy trick. Maintain contact with the eye. Maintain eye contact with the camera. Like literally look into the eye camera, into the lenses. A lot of people don't do that. And if you, especially if you're not a very extroverted person, you know, they come in and they're like, all right, so here's this.
And they, you know, they have the close up to their face. You can't see them. And
maintain contact. And these are just different little tweaks that you can be able to draw that audience in while you're trying to, as Stephanie always says, slang these clothes, ladies. Come in with your own energy, but come in with energy, period. I'm a very shy person, but I try myself to engage. Francesca, yes, but you have, from the first time I saw you doing, you have grown. You were definitely a lot more shy than you are now. You laugh. You have your own personality, and people like that. But it is a personality. We need to find something in there to say, "Oh, I like her." What else you got? What you got? Show me else. Show me something else. But some people are just, you can tell that this is 60 minutes and they're gone. And that is what you're not probably going to get people to come to your page after. You're not going to get people to join your group. And you're certainly not going to get people to be loyal customers in a consistent manner that you need to get that coin.
Ooh, I like this one too. Tanya Punchy. I've seen sellers get off focus because the buyers are trying to run the live by yes, I've seen that too. And again, this is where it comes to your planning. You know what you need to do because you planned. You know you need to show 120 pieces because at least you want to sell at least 70 claimed because of the price point that you've made them. You cannot let the audience, oh, let me see what's in the back. Let me see that. No. If I have time, let me get through what I need to do. Remain focused. Remain focused. You cannot let the audience throw you off because sometimes they will.
Right. You searching for item 96. You don't know what 96 is.
And that's I've seen that. They haven't planned. Oh, I don't know what that is. Yeah. You should have your spreadsheets like this. 96 is a red Ralph Lauren blazer, size 10. And it's, yeah. If you don't know, you haven't planned. You should know. You should have your spreadsheet. Items should be numbered. You should know it because you planned. One other thing with your inventory, and this is going back to planning, making sure that your inventory is in excellent condition. Just because our community thrift shops or we go to the consignment stores, we still want quality fashion. We don't want things that are smelly, that are missing buttons, that have tears, rips. Not, you didn't tell us it fits the junior's size. You just told us it's a size 8. You didn't tell us it's meant for juniors. It's not a woman's size. So you have to disclose those things to your audience. You do not want your customer to be disappointed when they get their package. Because that same excitement that you gave them during your show, that should reflect when they get that package. In the mail. Right? You want to make sure of that. So make sure you're disclosing any flaws, anything of that nature. You have to let them know. You cannot keep that information from them at all. We get, too many inbox messages with those things. Oh, it smells like smoke. Oh, it's missing a button. Oh, it doesn't fit. You have to disclose that information to your customer.
And forget disclose it. Maybe not sell it. How about that? Maybe just literally not sell it and find items that's going to keep your business at this level.
Absolutely.
Because I always say to you guys, I want Nordstrom service with Goodwill prices.
Goodwill prices.
So, yeah. And that comes with knowing that the items that I buy.
Yes, you're here. Yes, Taya. I don't remember what I purchased, but I know it was amazing. And I may have time to do an unboxing just to show an example of what to do. Tracy, you be ready to pick up. I'm loving the train. Thank you, ladies. People charging big dollars for what you two are sharing for free. This is a taste of it. Absolutely.
I mean, I would say that it is a taste. I mean, because there is a lot. There's a lot. And we are trying to catch the highlights. But if you really want to start doing this as a business and you really want to be able to really get to the, understanding these things, then you should be able to, I would say that it's something that you should be thinking about on a daily basis. How can I get better? What am I missing? What am I not doing? Can we jump in a little bit to the Facebook algorithm a little bit, Corinne?
Yes.
All right. So
it's 9:40.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still here with us. It's Friday. We got COVID. Nobody going in the club.
Ayana, you're well bull fancy.
I know, right? It's
okay,
the
commander. That's the commander right there, boy. That is the commander coming out.
It's the Moet. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some algorithm on Facebook, and let's jump in, which is my geeky side. So, Facebook, ladies, here are some things that, as you're growing your groups and you're growing your businesses. But before I jump into that, just know that we do have a Facebook, how to grow your Facebook group and monetize your group class coming up.
I'll drop the link.
I got the link. Okay. So yes, everybody has a Facebook group these days.
Everybody.
And that is a beautiful thing.
Everybody.
Hear me again. That is a beautiful thing. But what is not a beautiful thing is how some of you guys are just not growing the way you should grow. Okay? So Facebook is a multi-billionaire company, right? You all know about this. Your Facebook, you should know the difference between your Facebook profile, your Facebook page, and your Facebook group. And a lot of you guys don't. Yeah. A lot of you guys are selling on your Facebook profile. The Facebook profile is that page that you all get when you sign up for Facebook, and your mom, your coworker, your high school friends, everybody find you, and you're running a live on that.
That's
Let me tell you, Facebook will shut you down and not even give you, it won't put you in jail. They will just exile you from there. Okay? You cannot do business, continuous business on your Facebook page, on your profile, because it goes against the terms and services of the Facebook conditions. Yeah, what you need is your Facebook page, a business page. But here's the other thing about that. What did I just say? Facebook page and Facebook itself is a multi-billionaire company. That means they didn't get there by giving away anything for free.
You gotta pay to play.
You gotta pay to play. So think about this. How many of you guys have a Facebook business page, but when you post something, 5 people see it? And you're like, dang, only 5 people saw this post? Like, how is this possible? It's a good post. I posted it in Thrifting Divas and 1,000 people liked it. Now I posted on my page and 2 people liked it. 1, my mom, and 2, my sister. What is going on? And that's because Facebook page is pay to play. But you can absolutely have a thriving business using the Facebook page. And I will tell you this, you must and should have a Facebook page. Now, here's the good part. Ooh. It's the Trinidadian in me, the good part. Facebook group.
We love. Somebody said they saw a commercial on TV. If they're paying money to promote Facebook groups,
what do you think that means? If you are a business running anything on Facebook, why is it that you don't have a Facebook group?
You need one.
You need one, because unless you're going to run Facebook ads on your Facebook page, nobody going to see it. Miss Retta, you said I have 1,100 likes, but only 4 people see my campaign. That's that's a low, but that's kind of true.
That's how it works.
What's going to happen?
How you take this one off, Ayana?
You're going to brand.
Banners?
Yeah,
okay.
Brand.
I want to put this.
Okay. So Facebook groups now, let's jump into that. because that one is that's where you make your money. That's where you're going to monetize.
That's the sweet spot.
That's the sweet spot. Because right now, if you jump into it the right way,
yep,
you can monetize your Facebook group. And I'm not talking about just charging people to come and sell on your Facebook for lives. We're not even talking about that. That's part of it. That's a bonus, believe it or not. But that's not where your monetization is coming from. Okay? Your monetization is coming from all the fact that you have a captive community. And when to have a captive community, you can't simply post every single day, what minute of the live you're running.
Yeah, you see that too. They're going to get bored.
You can't do that. And Facebook, as Ashley is saying, Facebook right now is pushing the resources to help you build Facebook groups. There are so many resources within it that a lot of you guys are just probably don't know about or not using. But let me tell you, there are so many little pieces within the Facebook group, like the Facebook platform, to be able to invite members the right way, not spamming them in their DM. There's so many other ways to invite members. And when I say invite members, not telling every member to bring 30 people over. You know why? Because what Facebook is going to do to you is this. You're going to have 200 people in your group. Yeah, the numbers look great. 10 people are posting. Oh, that's horrible. When the engagement of your group is a detrimental low number to the numbers that you have as the listed numbers, when you post and do things in a group, Facebook will not send out your post to others. So even if I have right now, I mean, how many of you guys are looking at the insights of your group? You go in and you look at the metrics. Right now, I have 78,000 members in Thrifting Divas. On an average, I have 60,000 engaged members. Do you see 60,000 members posting? No, but they're engaged because there are different ways you can be considered engaged in the Facebook platform without literally start writing or typing into the platform.
Yep. Just being there and scrolling. Those eyeballs are on there. You may like a post. You may refer a friend. That is all considered
engagement. So let me know in the comment section right now, how many of you guys with Facebook groups have looked and developed and analyzed the insights of their group? And when I'm talking about insights, we're talking about, do you know when the best time to post in your group? Do you know the average age of the members in your group? Do you know the cities for the members in your group? Do you know what their, what days are the best for you to post in your group? Let me know in the comments if those are the things that for the group, for those who have groups who are in there and trying to figure out how to build those groups. All these things.
Your top contributors. Right. Which post had the most likes? Which post had the most engagement? Those are things Facebook admins look at as they are building their community. Those are the things you have to be very well versed on. You need to check that every day to make sure that your community is going into the direction that you wanted to go into. Because and that's the way you can monetize based on a lot of those different metrics.
Because let me tell you, we don't post for likes. At the end of the day,
something that Stephanie posted, she said, don't count the likes, count the invoices.
Yes. At the end of the day, are you capitalizing on the opportunities that you are seeing in your Facebook group? And we're not talking simply about, hey, can I make my group a place where people could come and sell alive? That's part of that. That's a stream. We call it streams of income, streams of monetization. But there are so many ways that a lot of you ladies, talented, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, and y'all can do so much more. Like, you can do so much more with your Facebook group. And we are not, and I'm going to repeat this, we are not talking about groups with thousands of members.
You could have your own community that shows up for you.
100 members.
And think about that. If 100 members are always there for you, and let's just say you're selling on one of your lives, and each of them spend $30. Do the math, right? You want quality people in your community. You don't just want everybody, because like Ayana said, not everybody that wears a dress deserves to be a part of your community. You want to make sure that they're a good fit and that they're going to help you. Remember, we said the why. What is the why? They're going to help you to maintain that why. That why is going to be what makes you show up for your group every day, because there are some days where you just like, where's the delete button? I want to delete this.
The whole thing.
I'm done. But when you think about your why, that is what's going to keep you going. So
yep. Exactly. Joy, who is a student of our Level Up Academy, is saying no to self, quality over quantity.
Always.
It is absolutely true, because even with 200-300 members, which you can easily get in about a month or less, especially if you're doing lives.
Yeah.
If you're doing lives, you can get 200 to 300 members in a month easily. I mean, I get through, easily. You can have a group bloom like this, but it is what you're doing. Are you curating content that makes sure your group wants to come back? Are you curating? Are you scheduling out your posts? I work full time, as we just said. Let's give it up to Commander Peterson. But I cannot be in Thrifting Divas in the middle of the day. I would love to. But you think I could be in Thrifting Divas in the middle of the day posting? Are you kidding me? I'll lose my other job.
Wait, Ayana, it was so amazing today while you were being sworn in. I saw Ayana posted. Ayana posted. And it's all because you've scheduled your posts.
I've scheduled my posts. I know what the strategy is for the week. I know what it is I'm trying to build for that week. I know how many members I want to join my community. All these different things work. And Facebook gives you so many of the tools.
Oh my God.
Are you using them? Are you using polls in your group? Are you using welcome messages that tags each and every member? Are you using the, Canva to create your graphic design? Are you using, the Q&A function? Are you using emojis? What are you doing in the group that's bringing value to the members, making it easy on yourself, and at the end of the day, bringing those coins in?
Let's it's 9:53. Let's talk about after the live.
Okay.
If you have questions that those pain points, those hot button questions that you have, please put those in the chat. Maybe we may do a part 2 to this. We also need to do something for buyers. Ayana, I got a inbox message. They're like, you always do for sellers. We need something for buyers. We need to train our buyers. Okay. So if you want us to do something for the buyers, let us know.
Absolutely.
We'll do something for them as well.
Geneva, I'm just gonna hit that. Geneva, you are absolutely correct. So many people want to use their phone for everything, and don't realize that so many of the tools that they have access to for Facebook is actually only accessible on the PC. And so you can't use your phone for everything. If you don't have a computer, this is the time to start saving up for a laptop or something like this. But
go live for your computer.
It's a strategy. It's a goal. You say, hey, I need to make this amount, and so this is what we're going to do. But you're absolutely right, because a lot of the tools that Facebook gives you can only be found in the on the PC, and a lot of people don't realize that because they're always on their phone, which I am too. But I do all of my scheduling, my creator studio, all of those different things are found on the laptop. So great. Thank you for pointing that out. And one last, this is a long one. I love the lies. However, turnover for me is when someone takes too much time on description. They take too long to share size, price. Too much time is wasted. I know the size. Not trying to be offensive. I'm just saying. Thank you, Thelma.
I think it all depends on the item and the price point. If you're wanting me to spend a certain amount, I need to see everything. I want to know everything about that piece. But if it's something regular, I don't think you need to spend that much time. But if you're asking for a lot of money, I need to see and know everything about that piece before it goes. What is the best way to store inventory? Not clear on how to make money from the group.
Then you need to come to the class, Miss Debbie. But Debbie, you are in our Level Up Academy.
Yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that.
We will be doing a specific class for you guys on Level Up on how to make money. There's about 10 ways that we can tell, that a lot of people are not making money. I'll give one as a freebie out here.
This one right here.
Okay, you can answer that one. I'm gonna give Debbie and everyone else a freebie on how to make money, monetize your group and make money. One is Facebook actually allows you now to shut down the group in the sense and have it to be paid. I haven't done it with Thrifting Divas or Thrifting Atlanta, but a lot of you guys can, especially at the smaller levels, if you want to make your group a VIP. So it's a subscription base for the members in the group. If you're going to give them the VIP treatment, then they pay a little VIP cost. And those costs could be, maybe they start at $2.99 a month to be in the group, and go up. That's one way. And Facebook makes that easy for you without you having to do anything but change your group into a subscription-based group. That's an easy way. You say no because it's big for us, but for a small group,
make changes.
It's a small group. If you have 100, 200 people and you want to make sure that your group is like a close-knit, very niche VIP service, you're getting items only for them and they get first dibs on anything. That's one way to think of going into the monetization and monetize that group. It's not a lot. A lot of us pay subscriptions on everything these days, right? Think about your iPhone right now or your smartphone. How many pieces of apps that you have there that are subscription based? This would be another one of those subscription based where you are just now, your community becomes close-knit, your community becomes that VIP treatment, and you're able to focus on them versus trying to focus on everyone. You're focused on the VIP.
I would prefer to do that like a manual way than to give Facebook that.
But Facebook is not charging right now. So you do it for free and you get it's the same thing like having an event. Obviously, when Facebook goes into, I want my piece of the pie, you can move it off the platform and have them pay separately. You can do that differently. But Facebook right now is not charging you for that because they're trying to build that up. Mm-hmm. So that's one way of, a lot of you guys, maybe you don't need 70,000 members in your group. Maybe you just need a good 100, 200. Think of that. 200 people doing $6, $5 or $10 a month.
Excuse me, I need to get my charger.
Okay. That's a great way to monetize and make sure that, you are sustaining some type of monetization. Has nothing to do with lies. And it could just be the fact that you love sourcing items for individuals and you want to be able to have a community that comes to you when they're looking for their amazing pieces. To do this effectively, you will need to know who your target market is, because not every woman that wears a dress is your target market. Any other questions right there? Karen is going to jump back in and talk about a little bit about the access.
That was that question. And I guess that comes with invoicing. That comes with invoicing. So as we know, there are a couple of ways for invoicing. If you're using reply sold or comment sold, or if you're just using loyal shops, let us know in the comments section. Are you using reply sold, comment sold, or are you doing manual?
I mean, who's doing manual right now?
Manual invoices.
Okay, as in after you get loyal shops and
yes, manual invoices. Not watching. No, well, I mean, some people are, and that's okay. If they know the strategy, and they want to watch the video and figure out who was first.
I would say that even if you are doing that right now, then find new ways of getting your time back. Time is money, and if you're watching and spending hours looking at videos to determine who won items, then you might not be spending your time the best. Okay. Loyal shop, reply sold. Reply sold. Manual with the VA.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So there are a number of ways to get those invoices out to your customers. And you should be getting those out to them within 24 to 48 hours. At least for our platforms, that's kind of the standard. You want to get it out to them as soon as possible, because we all know as soon as they finish your live, what's the next step? They go to another live. Sometimes people are watching 2 lives at a time. So do not waste time, waiting. You need to get that invoice out to them as soon as possible to make sure that you will get prompt payment. With that being said,
wait, quick question. And if you are taking 48 hours, unless there's an emergency, something happens right after your live that you are not at your computer, then technically 2-3 hours max should be how long it takes you to do manual invoicing after a live. Max. Not 48 hours. You doing 48 hours, you are calling the ghost. You calling Caspers on yourself.
Agreed. You should get it out as soon as possible. But that is because things happen. Things happen. So we want to give you, a little leeway in case something does happen. But what's most important, if you're doing a manual invoice, you cannot create an invoice that does not have the key essential information. Number one, these customers, they don't always remember what they purchased from you. I have 2 bags of goodies right here. I have no idea.
I have no idea mine either.
I remember this one when she told me it was from her. I was like, oh, now I remember. So you want to make sure on that invoice that you are putting the item number and a description of that item. You cannot send an invoice that just has an item number. That is, I wouldn't pay that invoice. You would have to send me an updated invoice because I need to know what I'm purchasing from you. You should always have the date, the time, and the platform the sale occurred on. Again, people are shopping on multiple platforms. You have to put something on that invoice that's going to make them say, oh, I remember this live. You also have to put in your invoice the deadline for payment. You have to let them know. And you should also state that in your live. I need these invoices paid by tomorrow at noon, or else it will go to the next person. You have to put that in the invoice. You also need to make sure you have all of your contact information.
Contact information should be your real name and your business name.
And your business name.
Your real name and your business name. Not it has to coincide so they know who they're talking to. If you came on the live and you introduce yourself as Tamika Blanchard from, the real good boutique, when they get a invoice, it got to say that. Tamika off. It can't be Vanessa Hopgood of, you know, get it here, get it good. It has to, you have to be, you know, like, these are the things that you have to think about, like, oh, you know what, I said this, so let me keep this. It got to be consistency, and it got to be professional.
So make sure you have those key things in your invoice. And of course, put your terms and conditions. Do you offer a refund? Do you not offer refunds? Make sure everything is clear in that invoice. Also, give, and I know people want their money immediately. Things happen. Things happen. People are shopping all the time. Give them enough time, especially, let's say you have a live at 9 o'clock at night. You should expect them to pay promptly. But again, things happen. Give them until the next morning, at least, for that late comer to pay that invoice. You never know what people are doing. Some people may be at work shopping on their lunch break. They took the time. They took the time from their lunch break at work to come and shop with you. Give them some time to get home, get their little money together, and pay the invoice.
Yeah, having a 1 hour cart explosion is going to cause trouble for you. Let's be great. Let's give grace. Let's give and receive grace in this community. Give and receive grace, and those who are receiving grace, don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, I see it too many times where it's like, I need it now. Give people an opportunity to do that. You know, when you're that like anxious, it does, you know, people are gonna, ooh, what is she doing? Right? You have to be welcome. You have to have that welcoming atmosphere. So I try to email.
Michelle Vasquez, Amazon, honey. Amazon.
Oh, yes. This is my New York apartment background.
And this is my Hamptons apartment.
And this is what you can use for, I know someone had mentioned about they're using a certain space in their home. You could always get a background from Amazon.
Yeah, these were about $21.
Yeah. We remember that time we were buying backgrounds like crazy. I have about 6.
I have about 6 too.
Yeah, we're buying backgrounds like crazy. Also with shipping, find which one is good for you. PayPal has a built-in where you can do your invoice and you can ship from there. Make sure you're ordering the right boxes from USPS and your poly mailers, or you can use a third party like a pirate ship and some others, but just find the one that's best for you and make sure you're shipping from home. No one should be going to the post office to let them print out the label and do all of that good stuff. You should be going to the post office to drop off only. You should not be going to the post office to do the labels. That is 2020. We don't do that. We do not do that. So make sure you have your printer, your scale at home, your little shipping station set up. That will really help you to save some time. We've talked extensively about ghosting. Ghosting is not acceptable in our communities. We consider a ghost someone that got the invoice and did not communicate with you at all. Okay? That person is someone that you would report to the admin. For me, and I'm speaking for me, I need to know that you have done the due diligence to try to contact that person before you automatically give them that title of ghost. Things happen. I know me personally, sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, there's an invoice. Sometimes you don't see it in your email. Ayana, you've said that before. You don't get
I don't get PayPal emails.
I have to log into my PayPal sometimes to get the invoice.
I have to log in, but I try to remember. But yes, I have probably nearly ghosted folks. I will never do that on purpose.
Yeah, people do not, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. People do not want to do this to you. They see how much work you do. They understand the society we're living in. People are doing this. A lot of them are doing this to survive. Like for some people, this is now their full-time job. So give people a little bit of grace. Follow up with them. It does not hurt to follow up. That is a part of being a business owner and providing customer service. You cannot automatically assume they ghost to me. Did you check to make sure you had the right email? Is your invoice correct? I received an invoice today for 3 items, and I knew I want 2 items. I thought about, I'm like, did I really bid on a 3rd? So I messaged the seller, and she told me that, oh, the 3rd item, someone passed on it, and you were 2nd in line. But you didn't ask me if I wanted. Am I missing something here? Is that what's the, because this has never happened to me before. So I don't know if that's the thing, but if that is, no, not on my platform. You should courtesy, you need to contact that customer and find out if they want that item. They were 2nd or 3rd in line. You cannot just add that to the person's invoice. No. I mean, I wanted it.
I hate you right now. I hate you right now.
I wanted it, but you need to give me that opportunity, because there are many other people who may blindly pay that invoice, not knowing that you've just added other items because other people didn't want it. That's not fair. So make sure you take the time to do that.
The easy way to do these things, I always look back, like if we were in a brick and mortar. If I was in a brick and mortar, the guy in front of me goes up to the cashier, puts his stuff on there, and be like, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't want that. And I go up behind him, and you just add his stuff to mine. Like, he didn't want it, but I saw you looking at it.
Exactly. That is how I felt.
I'm like, wait, I don't. And now I don't pay it. Do you then have me down as a non-reputable customer because I didn't want his hand-me-downs? I mean, yes, I wanted it at the time, but I went ahead and bid on a bunch of things, use my budget for the things that I want. Because we are all having a little internal budget crisis in our brain. I don't really need half the stuff I'm bidding on, but I really want this, this, and this. If I don't get this, then I'm going to be able to use that budget that I didn't take on this with this one. So I just want, on my platform, Thrifting Divas, it's also the same. If it's a 2nd or 3rd, you should contact the individual and give them the courtesy and say, hey, I know you came in 2nd or 1st person. You might have a very high chance that the person says, yes, absolutely, add it to my cart. But they might say, well, I bid on about 5 other things, and I don't have the budget for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are a businesswoman now. You're not, this is not a hobby.
Yeah, that really caught me off. I was happy, but it caught me because I'm like, I saw only 2 things. What is this third piece? So please, just be mindful of doing that. So again, the ghosting, for those sellers that seem to only, I see it a lot. That's like the first thing. Oh, how was your life? Oh, I had 3 people that didn't pay.
I had 86 that poured.
I mean, can we start the conversation? It was a great sale, this number of people, and then that. But that's all. That always seems to be that conversation that's been going on. Ladies, this opportunity that you guys have, I don't think you understand how much of a blessing that during a pandemic, because think about it, where are people going? People are shopping.
I know. My husband says the same thing. Why are you buying evening gowns? We are not going.
Oh, we will. But I want you guys to just think about that. This opportunity that we have
coming in here.
This opportunity that we have to build our businesses, to create that financial freedom. It's a blessing that we're able to do this. It's a blessing that these women are shopping with you. So to focus on the 2, the 3, the 10, or whatever number, let us focus on the ones that showed up and did what they were supposed to do. It's really getting, to be a really sore subject, seeing that every single conversation about how many who did not pay. Let's talk about the ones that paid and how we can multiply and make sure. What are you doing to make sure that these customers are paying? So just be attentive to that conversation that continues to go on.
Tracy said fine because every day has an evening. Listen.
Oh, we have those Zoom parties to go to.
I know. I tell him. It is a full-on evening gown. Like I got an inaugural ball to go to, but still, it will come back, and it was a good price.
Look. Leave me with my. Today, my maid lady, she really messed me up today. She didn't knock on the door. My husband comes home, and there are 2 packages, and he's looking. He's like, "Is that for Anika?" I said, "Yeah, she's out of town." So
you gotta have the neighbor. It has to be delivered to the neighbor.
She messed me up.
We've been at this for a year now.
I know.
The neighbor gets it.
Yeah. He called me today, but yeah, let's try to focus on the ladies that are doing the admins. We're doing our best. Again, we do not have the manpower to contact every single person that has not paid you. If it's a reoccurring person, by all means, we need to get them off the platform, but please make sure that you're doing your due diligence to get that person. Jenny, it depends on the weight of the item. The price of the item has nothing to do with the cost for shipping. Cost for shipping depends on the size of the item, the weight of the item, and the distance. So that's not a fair question. Now, if your question is a pair of earrings, charging $8 to ship a pair of earrings, no, that is yes. Yeah, but suppose it's some shoes you bought for $6. So it's never about the price of the item. It's about the weight and the distance of the where it's going.
Michelle, I will check your challenge.
Ooh!
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Michelle, bring that to the group as well. I'm doing that. We need an evening gown challenge. Yes. Let me call me on DM. Let's do this.
Look what Taya said. She said, Corinne lives in my city. Her blazer I mailed. Girl, you live down the street. She live in Covington. I live in Covington. This cost $9 and I paid $5 for the blazer. Now I remember what it is. I paid $5 for the blazer. And whatever it cost, I wanted it. So it was coming home to me. But great points, Taya. Great point about that. Now
we already got some for the evening gown challenge. Good.
Yes. I can't believe you found me on IG. Now, when you are sending that package to your customer, you want to make sure that same experience that they felt when they shop with you, that it translates into the item. Ayana has talked about how she loves ASOS because the package, you get excited when you see it. So make sure that when you are sending your items to your customers, you're using really nice packaging. Even if it's not the poly mailers, the pretty ones with all of the branding on it, make sure that you are using some good USPS boxes. Should we do an unbox of our...
Who is this from? This is from the Attire Empire. I'll see. Demetria, if she's on
Demetria.
here. She was on here earlier. Let's see.
And
So Demetria, I'll let you know now. I am one of those people that don't open packages right away. So Demetria sent this to me. Demetria sent this back in.
Oh God.
In this is November 29, 2020. So that's just how life is. Demetria, yes, you're there. Okay, so I'm sorry. I just don't open things right away because I open them when I'm like ready to do something, right? So Demetria, I'm gonna open yours. Beautiful thing here. She did. I think Demetria sent this as actually as a gift back when she did a live, but I just don't open them. So Demetria, I'm opening it now. And look at the packaging.
Ooh.
Look at this. Something that a lot of people don't do, right? So in here she has her name. It's called the Attire Empire. She has a card in here, so I know where this is coming from, right? So Attire Empire, and it says hello, and then the top here. And then she just a nice, beautiful handwritten note. Well, right. Thank you so much for the opportunity with Thrifting Divas. The entire empire is here at your service, providing awesome sales from our Poshmark closet. We appreciate you and send best wishes. And then she also put in here. I would say one little tip if you're going to be sending out these documents like this or cards is to put a QR code. Because while she has put her link here, that makes I have to now go type that in, right? But if you have a QR code already on here, I could just scan it with my phone, which is what most people have in their possession at any minute of the day. Scan it on here, and then it takes me right to the link that you want. So just think about that, adding a QR code. Even if you want to add it to your, you can add it to your business card. You can add it to whatever it is that you're sending. So what is it I got? Oh, and it is nicely wrapped. It looks like a makeup bag, pretty makeup bag.
You need, yeah.
And I use these makeup bags for everything. So pretty. And then a little black purse. And she has, completely secured it with the wrapping tape so that no lint gets on this velvet piece.
Ooh. And then your clutch cabinets, right?
And this goes right. This is gorgeous. I would absolutely rock this, love this, won't sell it, and use it. Beautiful. And it's completely clean and nice. So just an extra tip I would say is, Demetria, if you're going to send these out again, add a QR code on here, because what people have all the time with them is their phone. They scan the phone with just their camera, nothing they have to add or download, and it goes right there to exactly where you want to take them. So think about that, ladies. Just a little tip to add to your little repertoire of tools of adding and getting people, especially if you're trying to build your group. Add that QR code and make sure that link goes directly to their group, and you'll see how many people join your group after they receive something beautiful like this. And I, Demetria, love this. This is me.
Clutches.
This is me. This is absolutely me with a little bow right in the front. This is absolutely me. Thank you. I appreciate it. The Attire Empire.
Okay. So my package is from Taya of the Thrift Lounge by Chanelra. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I love the packaging. It almost looks like marble. Let's see. It's on the inside. Ooh. Nicely wrapped. Very secure. I love these clear wraps. I immediately remember now what I purchased. I love that the note card matches the poly mailer. A nice note. I hope you love your new purchase just as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. With gratitude, your stylist. and she signed her name, Taya. Just like Ayana said, you have some blank space on the back of this card. You could put your store information and make sure you have that QR code on here. So that way, if I wanted to shop with you again, it would be very easy to do so. But loving this card. Also, my invoice, so I can make sure. And on your invoice, the only thing you did not have on here, and we talked about this earlier, is putting the platform that you were on, the date of the sale, and also the time of your sale. But everything else looks very good. You have your terms and conditions. You did list your business page on here for me to follow, but also include that on your, because you have a lot of space on the back of this card. So I don't know, maybe mail these out too. I don't know, but I'll use that on here. And then, don't you love the plaid? Love.
That's pretty.
The Clueless.
Yeah,
right?
That's pretty. Yeah, I could see that.
My favorite color is black and gold for the Saints, New Orleans Saints. Yes, yes, yes. I am very, and this was $5. Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is an experience we want your customers to have when they get your items.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smells clean. It's not overly perfumed, and it's in really good condition.
Beautiful.
Make sure they have that same experience with you. And then lastly, just building those relationships with your customers, following up with them. A key tip, each of you that have done a live, you received a list of emails from us. Are you using those emails to build your database, to build your communities? Make sure you're utilizing that list that we send you. These are people that showed up for your lives. Follow up with them. Check to see if they liked your item. Send them a discount code. Hey, if you post a picture of you and your item in my group, you can save on free shipping or get a 15% off discounts.
Right. So
make sure you're following up and building relationships with your customers.
Right.
It's important. Anything else we see? This Miss Retta, when you say you're getting the low shipping, are you adding the shipping after they I never really understand. I always try to get low shipping for my customers because I don't like paying high shipping prices. So are you calculating the shipping first and then you're invoicing them, or?
I think she's just talking in general about how she's going about making sure that for her customer, for her brand, she wants to make sure that shipping is low as it could be without her losing money from it.
Okay.
As just a statement.
Okay.
We have tried to cover as much as we can, but obviously, time is time, right? We do have a class on how to grow your Facebook group. And I think a lot of you ladies will probably benefit a lot from it and be, it's an enjoyable work through workshop that's going to go into, looking at your Facebook group itself. We're going to do some deep dive analysis on your specific Facebook group. You had to go up to find that. You have being able to find those Facebook groups, figuring out how it is you grow it and monetize it, because just having a Facebook group and not necessarily knowing what you want to do with it, it can be a little overwhelming at times. So this class, it's a 5-hour class. It's a long class, but it's going to go from those who have 0 members to those who have enough members to trying to figure out what do I do with all these members, and those who are really on their way to the thousands of members and how to really monetize those groups and make sure that you are spending the right amount of time without wasting your time, if that makes any sense. Joy, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
We missed something very important, like super duper important.
What?
The sharing of lives.
Oh, yes. Let's go over that really quickly.
Let's close, yeah.
So when you share a live, here's some things, and write this down and then try to figure it out in your head. We'll talk through this in the class. Facebook page, as we were talking about, Facebook page is different from Facebook group. When you are using any type of lawyer shops, comments sold, or any type of tool that's capturing the lives, most of the time it has to happen on your Facebook page, right? Not your profile, not your group, but your Facebook business page. So what happens at that point is that you have to then share. Most people say, well, share it to the group. What we have seen is that people, when they buy a live on a different platform, what they're doing is actually going live on their own community page. So let's, for example, say I wanted to buy a live on Thrifting Atlanta. And let's say Thrifting, and Karen says to me, hey, sure, no problem. You're signed up for this date at this time. All you need to do is start the live on your page and then share into my group. If you are ever on a platform that does that, you need to stop and think whether this is going to be a good business decision for your platform. And here's why. Facebook page does an amazing job of notifying the people that follow you. So there's a difference between people who like your page and people who follow your page. People who follow your page will be notified whenever you go live automatically. The thousands, how many of them there are, the hundreds, the 20s, whatever that number is, there is an automatic function. And the reason why that is happening right now is because Facebook Lives are king content creation for Facebook. So they're going to do whatever they need to do to push the content out whenever they see a live bubble has happened. If you start a live on your own page, the only individuals that are notified are your community, the people you have worked hard to bring aboard, the people that you have nurtured, the people that you have advertised to, the people that you have done the work for. When you share it, the notification to that group is only as good as how engaged that group is. So it goes in a circle again. If the group is not an engaged group, when something is shared, the engagement rate drops. Let me say this again. When something is shared in a group that is not engaging, Facebook does nothing for you. So when you are there in that group, 2 to 10 people might see it. The additional people that are seeing it are the people on your your own page. So what that means to me is if I went on a Facebook group, if I went as a Facebook page, started it on my own page, and 30 people immediately dropped into the viewer, and then I shared it, and there's 34, 4 people is in the shared column, 30 people I brought to the party. I always use the analogy. You start a party at your house, you got everybody going, you bring the liquor and the food, you did the decoration, and you brought the security. You did everything. And then somebody said, oh, bring your peoples over, bring your liquor over, bring your food over, bring your security. And I bring it over to them, and 4 other people join. All I did was take my party and moved it to there. I did not gain much. So if
in that situation, it's better to just go live in the group and just Because I think what happens is if you tell them you use your bot, the only way the bot is going to work is on a page. So maybe that's why they're telling you to start on your page and then share it into the group, which is not, it doesn't work. It doesn't give you the best impact, I'll say, because you're not getting your money's worth, you know, depending on what you're paying, because some groups have different price points. But if it's a situation like that, it's best to just go live in the group, because the followers in the group members, they will know that you have gone live. They'll be notified that you have gone live. But again, if it's not a group that's really engaged, are they going to show up?
No. And it's not even that they will show up, Corinne. It's that Facebook itself will not show the post. You have to remember you're dealing with the algorithm of Facebook. If a group is not engaged, meaning things are not happening, whereas Facebook in the background is seeing that, oh, people like what's happening in here, Facebook will show. So let's say you have 1,000 people in a group. If it's a group that's not consistently engaging, Facebook will show when a post drops to about 20 people, right? Out of 1,000.
That's true.
If people start engaging in that post, Facebook might be like, oh,
let's ramp it up.
What's going on here? Let's show it to 10 more people. The reason being, Facebook wants people to stay on the Facebook platform, and they are not going to show content that does not keep you engaged on a platform. That's the algorithm at work. It has nothing to do with the admins. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just the algorithm at work. How you get around that is to have a Facebook group that's engaging. How to get there is to post more than just selling posts.
Selling.
Does this make sense? Is that only in groups that they will be notified, or on business pages too? Business pages will be groups. People will be notified in groups, but only to a small extent. On Facebook business pages, you have a better, when you go live, you have a better way, plan of notification. And all of you guys know this. When you go live on a Thrifting Divas, if you have been following Thrifting Divas, you see that bubble. Whether you show up or not, you see the bubble.
Yeah, it's
Divas live, and you're like, you check in or you check out. Okay.
Yeah. But you should not be paying to especially if you're going live on your page. You're notifying your followers. So why are you sharing?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's better to just go live in the group.
Right.
That's what I would recommend. Just go live in the group and get what you can, and invite them if you can to join your group and your.
But the problem is, if you go live on the group, you don't get to use the bot. So that's the catch-22.
Yeah.
And that's where we go back to the first minute of this live. When you go live on any particular platform, what is the why? Why am I doing this? Why? What do I gain? What do I hope to gain from this? All right. We will go through all of this stuff in our How to Grow Your Group, because there's so much that we would love to go into. As I said, this is my geeky part of me, that I love this kind of information. I research the crap out of this stuff, and I could tell you that there's so many of you who are just not catching that one little thing that can change around your entire engagement, your entire groups, your entire pages, by just catching the information. So hopefully,
Latasha, I think you're still missing. What we're saying is you have to go live on your page, because that group may not have a page. That's what we're talking about. For a group that does not have a page, and in order for you to use your bot, they may tell you to go live on your own page and then share it to the group. So what you're describing, the page owner will need to give you admin rights in order to attach your bot, which is true, and for it to work in that group.
I mean, I'm just going to be up there and say, if there's a group that you want to go live in that does not have a page for you to use your bot, don't use that page. Don't use that group. Until they get a page, don't use it. I'm sorry. Like that is as clear as I could say it. Come to the class and we can go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, these are questions for the class now.
Yeah, it's a lot. If I paste the video in the group for them to view, like an ad campaign, will Facebook notify my group? Or because of my low engagement, they won't? Absolutely, Retta, you're right. If you have low engagement in a group, not everyone will see it. Not everyone. You just have to ramp up the engagement in the group. And we can talk, and that's one of the things we want to talk about in the class, right? How to get your group engaged so that you can grow your group quickly. Because part of the way we grow our group is having Facebook determine how engaged the group is. I will be honest with you, 90% of the members that join Facebook Thrifting Divas is there because Facebook pushed them there. Facebook put Thrifting Divas in front of them, not me. I'm not doing any of that work anymore. That is all Facebook. I mean, this week we had 300 members join Thrifting Divas. And I'm like, we could talk about that in the class of how how they're joining, because we create questions, right? But it was 98% of them came in through Facebook putting my group in front of them. So Facebook is doing the work for me, and they can do the work for you. Is that me?
That's me.
All right. So I think we've hit our minutes, our time. Can you not answer? That's you or me?
I don't understand why.
Okay. So I think we've hit it. If you want to join our class, we have a few classes going. Well, this one class, correct?
It has to do with
someone calling through Facebook. Yeah, is that me?
It must be. I just turned mine off.
It was me. So the person going live tonight who's not watching this. But okay.
What that has to do with I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if you want to join the class, learn how to grow and monetize your Facebook group, as we said, it is a 5-hour class because we are taking you from 0 to 1,000. But we have just so much information that you can get from here and be able to, do these things. We're also going to analyze each other's Facebook group, give you tips, tricks, and techniques of what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, what you could do amazing, and what you can change today. So hopefully this is some valuable information that for those who really want to level up and make sure that, the next step is Facebook groups and being able to use it in the most efficient and maximize your opportunities, then join this class. Like, this is not something that is going to come around often. Join the class. Get in there. It is 5 hours, but it's 5 hours because we are, for $157 if you're a Black woman in resale member, $197. If you do the math, 5 into $197, how much is that per hour, right? Sell a live, you got this. A lot of you guys make this much in a quick live. So, Karen, can you put the link in the description? We have limited seats because one of the things that we do in here is to go into the group itself of the individuals in the class. Part of the session is to look at your Facebook group and determine, hey, this is what you could do better. This is what you need to keep doing. You're doing great on, and this is what you need to change. And then, so it has to be limited because we can't do that with 100 people, right? Okay. Hopefully this has been valuable information. If in the comment section, if it has been worth your time, because you could be anywhere on Facebook land, if it has been worth your time, please put in the comment value added, hashtag value added. If this has given you, if you've learned anything, and if not, if it's just been like, let me just chill out on a Friday night and chill with my Thrifting Divas community. Hey, that's still value. Add it, add it in there. Value added. Joanne, you can purchase, and yes, we will be video recording it. So yes, you can do that. So if it's been value added, we would love to see that, because this lets us know if we need to keep doing different lives like this, or if we need to change it up. If it's not something that's working, we are always looking to add value back to our community, because you ladies are, let me tell you, simply amazing. Doing better than I would do. I can't do lives. I could do the back end. I could tell you the back end, but I am terrified about doing lives. I hate them because I get like, my whole heart becomes part of like, it comes out of my stomach. So you guys who are doing this are amazing and I love it. So if you are wanting to add that extra step of the Facebook group and just truly understanding that process, because just all Facebook groups are not the same. I'll let you know that now. All Facebook groups are not the same. And you want your group to not be one at the, hey, it's just another group. You want yours to be a brand. Okay? I need to limit my life to an hour. Melinda, that's yes. That's a yes. Unless you know what the why is, Melinda, because you can be 3 hours, but you need to know what your why is. Okay, why are we doing this? Why are we going live? What's the strategy? What's the mission? What's the plan? What's the tactics? All of these things have to be thought through before we hit that live button. Okay, Davida, thank you. Very engaging. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But lives are not my thing. I know my lane. I know my lane. There are a lot of you guys who do this much better than me. I know my lane, and my lane is not lives. But let me tell you, I'll talk to you about what we got to do to get you that 6 figures. But my lane is not that. I love teaching this. I love learning and researching. But I would love to see more of you guys just level up on your Facebook groups itself and have those engaging groups take over Facebook. When they look at us and they see this reseller community, they're like, dang. So we just need to do that. But I think that's all for tonight. If you have, Karen, did you put the link in the group?
I've been putting it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you are interested in getting a jumping into the group, we have a few spots left. Make sure you get your tickets quickly, and let's do this. Let's make sure that we do this. Absolutely adore, respect, and appreciate you both so much. Thank you, Latasha. Same goes back to you. Thank you so much. And I mean, obviously, to have a community means that there's 2 parts, right? 2 parts of it. And you guys make us want to get up here and teach and get information from you, put back information into community. And the same thing we want you to do for your group. Add value, add value, add value. The more value you add, the more loyal your customers are. The more value you add, the more your...
Comment the word register.
Okay. The more value you add, the easier it makes your business. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Have a happy rest of Friday.
You enjoy yours, Ayana. This shows your commitment. This shows your commitment to this community. You just experienced something that so many people wish they could experience, and you took time out of your celebration to commitment to us, and we appreciate that.
My hubby waiting to celebrate us.
Okay, little commander. Let's see. The third.
No.
The third. Yes.
No. We got 2. Melinda says, Melinda asks if you could put the website back up.
Melinda, give me 1 second, Melinda.
Melinda, thank you. I appreciate that. Victoria, yes, boo. Touching and agreeing.
Yes.
Coming for the 6 figures. Listen, it can happen.
It can happen.
Easily. I didn't think I was maybe a naysayer in the beginning. 6 figures.
You were a naysayer. Yes, you were.
Yeah, 6 figures last year.
Let me ask this question. Do you know how much you have to make per day to get 6 figures, to get 100,000? Do you know how much you need to make per day?
Yes, I absolutely know that number.
How much you need to make a week?
Yes. Yes.
That is how strategic you should be planning your business.
Do you know that
I do this many lives, I'll make this amount. If I sell this amount on my website, if I have these, one-on-ones with my clients, I'll make this.
If I sell these amount of downloadables, if I did this course, if I did this VIP membership, 6 figures came real quick.
Very quickly.
I was amazed.
See in the comments, how much do you need to make per day?
I was amazed.
100,000.
Because I was a naysayer until strategy and plan and goal, strategy, plan. That was the equation. Goal, strategy, plan.
I don't think they know.
No bills.
Thank you, Geneva. $274
a day. Yeah.
A day.
And Geneva, I'm going to go one step further. Do you know the streams that's coming from? Or is it only 1 stream, 2 stream, 3 stream that you can get there? Because when it's more than 1, there's a buffer.
Yes.
And that's what helped me. Like, whoa, it was coming in. I was like, okay.
So that is what, if you want to make 6 figures, you need to think about how much is that per day, per week, per month, and then figure out what those key components to make that money, and you'll be on your way. You have to strategically plan.
Yes.
And that was a big nugget. We just
I hope I don't know if they heard it. Only 46 people watching right now, but hopefully they heard it. Hopefully they heard it and realized like that was the nugget of the night.
Yeah, you should be planning based on that right there to make your 6 figures. And if you work hard, you set your goals, time for sleep, it will come. It'll come when that 6 figures is like automated, that passive income, that's the time you sleep. But right now, because of this opportunity that we have, you have to grind right now. You have to grind. You have to grind. Sleep. What is sleep? We have time to sleep, but you have to grind right now. That's the only grind.
Yeah. But grinding without goal, strategy, and planning is just basically working hard. And I would say I'm not one for it. So work smart, not hard. Work smart, not hard. Work smart, not hard. And so this is what is here. Okay. And Geneva says she's there with these lives. Geneva got her plan down. Let me tell you. Geneva is not playing. Okay? You are not playing. As my grandmother would say, you can sleep when you're dead.
Oh gosh, are you Caribbean?
Natasha, please. I don't want to be dead to sleep. I want to sleep now.
Latasha,
Melinda, is this possible? Listen. Melinda, of all people on this live right now, girl, you're at 7 figures. I'm going to challenge you for 7 figures. Okay?
That should be in your goal planner every day. You should see that. I need to make 200.
Melinda, you are at 7 figures. Melinda, you know what you're missing? Your strategy. Your strategy. I ain't going to lie. You have the
audience.
You have the audience, you have the soul, you have the it factor. You have no strategy right now. I'm not trying to out you or anything, but that's what you're missing. And once you get that strategy down, Melinda, whoo, forget it. Thrifting Divas, who? Who? Okay? It's a 7-figure challenge for Melinda.
Nope, no matter what, we will still, each of you, no matter how many, because if you think about it, before COVID, there weren't as many thrift groups.
No, and I'm not threatened by even one, because all of us have the room and capability of growing. I'm also not threatened because a lot of you guys are not doing what you're supposed to do.
Oh God, this girl here, right
So,
here. This is Commander talking. But no, my point is, this is the prime opportunity to get into this business. We have created this space that a lot of us wanted to have our businesses, like a lot of you said at the beginning, but there was a barrier for some of us that didn't allow us to, to really make that big impact. And because of this opportunity, that's what I'm saying. You have to think about it. Be grateful. This is a blessing. Let us really work hard to make sure that this continues and that we are using the right strategy to build our communities, to get those sales, so we can keep this thing going. Social selling, if you have a business and they have not implemented, or you have not implemented social selling, you are not going to survive. You are not. I just got an email from a local thrift store here, and they want to implement this social selling into their business. A thrift store who would not have, when I was doing my bus tours, oh no, we're not going to pay. But now they see what's going on and they want to be a part of this.
Right. So, and it's not going to just be here. I will bet you money that Poshmark, Ari, and all those other platforms are going to try to figure out this live selling quickly. You are in it in the beginning. You want to grab this opportunity as though it is the last train leaving, and you need to be on board.
Because you know why? You too could be a consultant for this. If you learn this, you never know. That could be a stream of income. We have, and I'll put Natalie out there. Natalie is like killing it as the reply soul guru.
And to the point where she doesn't even need lives anymore.
That's about
are now like, okay, I guess I have to do this.
Yeah.
But her time is so booked up now with things that's going to maximize the profits on her time, because at the end of the day, time is money. So if, you have to think, what is my time worth? Have you audited your time? Have you audited your time? Lives are an amazing way to get into this platform, but it's not the only way to make money. And that's one of the things we talk about. In the monetization class, we will touch on lives, but that's not what that monetization is going to talk about. Lives that's a given, like, duh, okay, you're going to do a live a month? Okay. A month. Not a live a day. Not trying to get on a live every minute of the week at any platform. A live a month, fine. And I'm still going to make 6 figures? Tell me how. Stacey says I'm a backup bottle. I have all I got for my commanders. Navy people love to drink.
Ayana, you pouring a little.
All I got for my
has worked hard. She has worked hard.
Oh my God.
Yes. Because after, when she moves to San Diego, let's just pray that we still have her.
I'll come back.
Yeah, because let's start praying now.
Yeah. No, Tanya, I love what you said here. Walk with your vision. Walk with faith in your vision. That's a beautiful statement. I'm going to say that first word there is walk. Walk equals work. You're going to have to put some work in, but if this is your vision and we want to show you the equation of how to get there, I want Black women to be like, what?
I'm so excited. You just don't, because I remember, and this is my last story. I remember there's a consignment store here in Alpharetta. She approached me when I was doing my bus tours. Oh, I love your bus, whatever. So when I reached out to her, hey, you spoke about wanting the bus tour, whatever. She responded to me an email that my community, my thrifters, would not be a good fit for her store. She has to protect the integrity of her store and her consigners. I have the email. That hurt me. Yeah. That hurt me too, just because of the name of the, well, I'm sure it's not just the name, but we'll just, say that. But because of the name Thrifting Atlanta, she felt as though thrifters, we're not going to spend money because we're thrifty. We're a group of women who love fashion. And if you see something at a consignment store or a department store and you want it, you will buy it. You will buy it. So that's why I'm so passionate about making sure that our community, that we could sit at the table with anybody. The same goes for that organization, stating that you had to have a store. Why does that have to be the criteria for me to join your organization, to learn about building a resale business, to be among people that can mentor you? So that's why we had to create our own community that supports us, because those two experiences, they were very hurtful and humbling at the same time. But guess what?
That's not humbling.
No, let me tell you why. Because I was thinking, oh, Thrifting Atlanta, we've been on TV. They know me. They know my community. And for this, store to tell me that, it was like, what the hell?
But when let's bring this to a close, because when the pandemic happened, where the integrity go? The integrity staying home. The integrity couldn't leave their house. The integrity couldn't come out and shop in your integrity store. Your integrity had a face mask that two people could come in at a time. Your integrity, what happened then? What happened then?
We don't have any spots for you.
Yes, we are booked.
We're booked
through May.
Yeah, I have that.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, it was horrible, but that's why, ladies, we have to show up and show out
and do well. Do well. Like, just don't come at the middle level. Come up and show, like, I know business. I know social media. I know what my business plan is. I know what a strategic business plan is. I know what a strategic social media plan is. I know how to work this platform. I know how to understand. I know customer service. I know the shipping. I know how to grow a group. I know how to monetize
a group.
This is what we're trying to build.
Yeah, this is what we want to build.
It's a whole person. It's a whole business. It's not I know how to do a live, because that's not a business, honey.
Ladies, this is the time. If there has never been a time where we can grow, create financial freedom for our families, I mean, we have to hold on to this and just move. We have to move with it. So get on this train. Now. Get on this train now.
Well, it is 11 o'clock. We've been here since 8:30. I could go on and on, but
you have stuff to do. You got to finish your celebration. Thank you for sharing your time during your celebration today. We appreciate
you. Are welcome.
Yeah,
this is my community, and you guys know me better than some people. So, thank you guys. I appreciate all the congratulations. I appreciate all of everything that you guys do for our community. Hopefully, this information will be taken in. If you're watching on the replay, it's a long replay. But there are nuggets all around. Get your book, go through, and get that information. But, oh, look at that. Oh, this is the first time I've seen it like this. Good night, Commander.
Wait, let me do it. Okay. I love it. I love it. Just the history. It's just amazing night.
Thank you. I'm appreciative. I'm humble, I'm appreciative, and I'm excited. And on top of this is also my joy. So whatever we got to do to make sure you ladies got what you need, let us know. If you have ideas for different lives that we need to put on, please DM Karen and I, and we will make sure we research the information, get it out to you in the best way possible. And we are loving it. Until the next live, we are out. Have a wonderful evening, ladies. Bye.
These earrings hurt so